Do you like the feeling of sand between your toes, the smell of sunscreen, perhaps sitting poolside with a cocktail in your hand, the 90-degree weather? Must be nice not to have your body slammed and your head wrung. It's August, and that means that the stars of the Wrestling Legends Alliance return for the hottest event of the year, SummerSlam, coming your way August 28th. The main event will see the world champion Dusty Rhodes defend his title against Terry Funk. The Dream will look to retain the gold, while Terry Funk will look to become the second ever Wrestling Legends Alliance champion. The silver title will be on the line as Stan Hansen defends against the Macho Man Randy Savage. Savage took issue with Hansen trying to take out Hacksaw Duggan and will be vying for his chance to hurt Hansen most by taking his title. The Wrestling Legends Alliance World Tag Team titles will be on the line as the Rockers challenge the Hollywood Blondes for the gold. Hulk Hogan will look to avenge his loss several weeks ago against Dr. Death Steve Williams in a respect match. If Hogan loses, he will shake the hand of Dr. Death. Adding intrigue to this matter is that Hogan has also been talking to a mystery person regarding his future. Will that person be revealed at SummerSlam? After weeks of interference and attacks, Lex Luger and Sting will get their hands on Sid Vicious and Big Van Vader, collectively known as the Masters of the Powerbomb. The cracks in the foundation of Devastation Incorporated have crumbled as former partners turn bitter rivals face off for the first time when Cactus Jack battles Jake the Snake Roberts in a no-holds-barred anything-goes match. It's the hottest event of the year, SummerSlam, coming your way to the Gotmark76 channel Monday, August 28th. Don't miss it.
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match. Making his way to the ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Hello fans and welcome to SummerSlam. I'm your host, Gotmark76, and we are beginning tonight's show with a bang. Or if you're Cactus Jack, a bang bang, as Jake the Snake Roberts slithers into the ring. Both of these men were drafted at the draft back in June 26th. But they were drafted individually. Weeks of interference in each other's affairs.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
This match had to be a no-holds-barred match, as Cactus Jack makes his way to the ring, banging to the crowd here in New York. And I'll tell you, I don't know what's in store for either one of these guys going forward. I mean, Devastation Incorporated, not many members of that stable were drafted to partake in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. There's the bell and away we go. Again, no holds barred. Now, pinfalls will count in the ring. This is not a pinfalls count anywhere match, but a no holds barred match. So weapons can be used. I thank you so much for joining us here, SummerSlam. We have a great show lined up for you today. Our big main event, of course, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, as Jake the Snake goes for a cover on Cactus and a kick out at one by Cactus Jack. Our main event will see the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, defend the Wrestling Legends Alliance Championship against Terry Funk. The silver title will be on the line when Stan Hansen defends against the Macho Man Randy Savage. The Tag Team Championship is on the line and much more. And the DDT by Cactus Jack plants Jake the Snake Roberts. And now Cactus going outside, and he is grabbing those steel steps and nails Jake across the face with the top section of the steel steps. And Cactus is not done. It was just 2 weeks ago these two men brawled in the entrance ramp. Cactus Jack distracting Jake the Snake Roberts in a match against Kevin Von Erich. And they brawled up the stage. It took several officials from the backstage area to break up the fight. And oh, and Cactus gets nailed with the steps, and he has been busted open. Again, there's no count. These two men fighting on the outside. The referee is not counting either man out. But pinfalls can only happen in the ring as Cactus throws Jake into the steel steps. And now Cactus, looking for more plunder, has a kendo stick. But Jake knocks it out of the hands of Cactus Jack before he can do damage with it. With a backbreaker, well, that's damage as well. And a high knee lick by Cactus Jack, and Jake the Snake Roberts is in trouble. And yeah, sure, why not? There's a second set of stairs. Let's use those two as Cactus rams the back of Jake the Snake Roberts. Must not have gotten all of it with that, because Jake the Snake back to his feet and a big right hand takes down Cactus Jack. Jake throws Cactus back into the ring. And a sleeper hold by Cactus Jack into a submission maneuver. Can Jake the Snake escape? Cactus has that rear submission in. But Jake able to flip over Cactus Jack and get out of the hold, and a beautiful drop kick to the back of the neck by Jake. Look at that. Jake scalding after Cactus Jack. Somehow, somewhere, this relationship, it just went downhill fast. Jake with a snapmare takeover and a stomp on the face. And Cactus is in trouble as Jake climbs the top rope, but Cactus back to his feet, catches Jake, and throws him off the top rope. Oh, but Jake with a DDT! There it is! He said it's all over, but he's not going for the cover. And that may have been all, but he did not go for the cover. He wants to inflict more punishment on Cactus Jack. Usually when Jake the Snake hits that DDT, it's all over. 1, 2, 3. And now Jake going for a suplex, blocked by Cactus, sweeping the leg. Cactus is not done yet. Has Jake against the ropes. Throws Jake into the ropes, and a big knee takes Jake up and over. Cactus hooks the leg. Referee counts 1, and a kick out at 1. Cactus looking for more plunder under the ring. Has a hockey stick. Shades of SummerSlam 94, but Jake the Snake breaks up that. And a big right hand takes down Cactus. Not like that, and a kick out at 1. You have to do more than that to put away Cactus Jack. As Jake, with a big right hand, takes down his former friend and partner. Cactus, though, fighting back. And there's the mandible claw. Has it locked in? This could be used in a pinning predicament, and it is. Can Cactus win? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Jake. Cactus going for more plunder on the outside. Is he picking up that kendo stick? He is. Jake rolled to the outside. And Jake again, not feeling the brunt of that kendo stick, but a body slam on the edge of the ring by Jake, and Cactus goes down. Oh, that might be all. We have spoken many times before that edge of the ring is the hardest part of the ring, and it doesn't help when 280 pounds is slammed on it. Now Jake using that Singapore cane. And he is not being shy, nailing Cactus with him, but Cactus, luckily for him, dislodged that Singapore cane out of his hand. Cactus brings it back into the ring. And again, Jake, oh, here it comes. Short arm clothesline into a DDT. Down goes Cactus. That might be all. He hooks the leg this time. 1, 2, and 3. And your winner, Jake the Snake Roberts, in our opening contest here at SummerSlam.
Here is your winner, Jake the Snake Roberts.
A big victory on the part of Jake the Snake Roberts, and I'm not sure if this feud is over or if it's only just begun. But bout 1 goes to Jake. Fans, don't go away. The World Tag Team titles are on the line next. We'll be right back. And welcome back to SummerSlam as the Rockers are making their way to the ring. They have earned, well, due to a coin flip, they have earned and shot at the Hollywood Blondes for the World Tag Team Championship. I have made mention in the last couple weeks that I will give Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard an opportunity to face the winners of this match if they can get through the number 3 contenders, the Fabulous Freebirds. So it was a one-on-one match that was basically back on the first episode leading to the road to SummerSlam back on July 17th, when Shawn Michaels was actually pinned. He was pinned by Arn Anderson, and Shawn Michaels had his hands on the rope, should have broken the pinfall. Unfortunately, in 2K23, a lot of times the referees just don't see this. I mean, and to be fair, 2K22 was full of that too. Ask Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. But the referee did not see the hand on the bottom rope. Counted 3. Shawn Michaels accepted the loss, but I felt that, that he may have been deprived. So I spoke with all 4 members of the Rockers, and of course Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. And I said, listen, if you guys want to go forward with it, that's fine, but we can flip a coin right now. And the winner of this coin toss can get the opportunity, and the other team will get a shot down the road. And that's where we were here. The Rockers won the coin toss, and here they are fighting for the Wrestling Legends Alliance Tag Team Championship.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 460 pounds, the Rockers. And their opponents at a combined weight of 482 pounds. They are the Wrestling and Tag Team Champions, the Hollywood Blondes.
So the Hollywood Blondes, the World Tag Team Champions, they defeated the Midnight Express for those championships. And they're looking to retain them here at SummerSlam. And again, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson will have an opportunity. They will take on the Fabulous Freebirds. And the winner of that match will face the winner of this match for a future shot at the World Tag Team Championship. And that match will take place on September 18th at Clash of the Champions. Giving those of you watching live here a little inside information, is a big clothesline by Stunning Steve on Shawn Michaels, and a forearm to Marty Jannetty for good measure, but Michaels hitting a neck breaker, and I expect this match to be back and forth. Michaels with a suplex, up and over goes Stunning Steve. tag team division is very strong here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. As Michaels with a fisherman suplex, pinning predicament, referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Austin. And we were only a half a count away from having new World Tag Team Champions. And over the top rope goes Shawn Michaels and dive to the floor. And the fans here in New York showing their support to the Rockers. But Stunning Steve with a slam on the apron. We saw that in the last match. In fact, in the last match when Jake did it to Cactus, the end was very near. Austin continues to go to work on Marty Jannetty, but not paying attention to Michaels in the ring. And Austin trying to make a tag and does. Here comes Flying Brian. And he nails Michaels with a forearm. Michaels was showboating. Something Michaels wasn't known for in his Rocker days as he goes for a cover here. 1, and a kick out at 1 by Michaels. Flying Brian, back in May, looked for a tag team partner to take on the Von Erich brothers. He chose Stunning Steve Austin, and it has been a meteoric rise to the top here in the tag team division. As now it's Flying Brian who's showboating, and Michaels makes the tag, and here comes Jannetty. Flying Brian misses with a drop kick. But now back in control has Jannetty. Rams him head first into the top turnbuckle, and here comes a double team maneuver on the part of the Blondes. Into the ropes goes Austin, into the turnbuckle, excuse me. Running, charging, clothesline. Down goes Austin. Jannetty showboating to the crowd, but that gave Austin a chance to get back to his feet. And Stunning Steve setting up Jannetty for a suplex, has him up. Oh, but Jannetty reversal, nicely done, sweeps the leg, and down goes Austin. And a snap suplex by Jannetty, up and over goes Stunning Steve. Goes for the cover. Will we have new champions? Referee counts 1, and a kick out at 1 by Austin. Pillman in the ring to break up the pinfall attempt. It was not needed on that instance. Now a knee to the head by Jannetty, and down goes Austin. Austin's in trouble. He needs to make a tag. Jannetty wisely not allowing him to do so. And another suplex, down goes Stunning Steve. A stomp to the face by Marty Jannetty. And he is firing up the crowd here in New York. They want new World Tag Team Champions, I believe, based on the response thus far. Into the turnbuckle goes Jannetty. Stunning Steve with a right hand to the midsection, a knee to the midsection, another knee, a third knee, and he's jaw-jacking at Jannetty, pressing that 5 times fast. Picks up Jannetty, kick to the midsection, there it is, a stunner! He nails the stunner! The Hollywood Blondes can retain 1, no! Broken up by Michaels, nicely done on the part of Shawn Michaels. And now Jannetty back in control. Russian leg sweep takes down Stunning Steve. Goes to knock out Flying Brian, but Brian with a forearm. And that has given Austin the advantage. Stunning Steve picks up Jannetty and tying him to the tree of woe. Jannetty, though, close on in the corner. Look, man, the Rockers are fighting men. They're going to do everything they can to win the World Tag Team Championships here. And I think they're very evenly matched up with the Hollywood Blondes. As a double team maneuver, elbow drop onto the knee, and Jannetty, nicely done. Michaels does not go for the cover there. I think that may have been all. Stunning Steve trying to fight back. Has Michaels into his corner now. Makes a tag and more double team work on the part of the Hollywood Blondes. chops. Runs, and a beautiful leg drop takes down Shawn Michaels, goes for the cover. One, broken up by Jannetty. Oh, and a kip up by Michaels, but no! He walks into a drop kick. Beautifully done by Flying Brian, makes a tag, and the Hollywood Blondes are frequently tagging here, showing why they are the World Tag Team Champions. But Michaels, look at that springboard, misses the crossbody. Austin tags, here comes Brian again, frequently tagging in. And now Michaels picking up Flying Brian for another fisherman suplex. Does not go for the cover this time. And Michaels feels he needs to make a tag and does. Here comes Jannetty, who was met with a kick to the midsection. And now a series of chops by Flying Brian Pillman, who makes a tag, and here comes Stunning Steve. So the World Tag Team Champions, I mean, if I had to give this a star rate, if this was boxing and I had to give a rating per round, I would say that the Hollywood Blondes are winning the rounds. They are making more frequent tags. And well, now he's in a pinning predicament. 1, 2, broken up by Michaels. And that was almost it right there. But the Hollywood Blondes making the most of their situation here by frequently tagging in, keeping the fresh man in the ring at all times, and allowing the partner to rest on the outside. In this case, that's Flying Brian Pillman, as Austin going for maneuver, reversal by Jannetty. And a Russian leg sweep by Jannetty takes down Stunning Steve. And here it comes. Could it be the rocker dropper? And it is! We could have new champions. He hooks the leg. Referee counts 1, 2, and broken up just in the nick of time by Flying Brian. That may have been all. We could have had new World Tag Team Champions. The Rocker's in control. Jannetty with a shoulder block takes Austin down to the outside. Now he's climbing the top rope. He has Austin on his sights, allowing Austin to get back to his feet. Jannetty leaps and nails an axe handle. Down goes Stunning Steve. The Rocker's in control, looking to win the World Tag Team Championship. A kick to the head by Jannetty has busted open Stunning Steve. He is busted open there. We'll have to keep an eye on that as the match progresses. But Jannetty now, and it counts up to 5. The Rockers have to be careful. They cannot win the World Tag Team Championship on the countout. And Jannetty must have heard me, throws Austin back into the ring, and this could be it. This could be the Rockers' opportunity. Jannetty makes a tag. Here comes Michaels. But Austin saw him coming, firing away with right hands. Michaels throws Austin into the turnbuckle. A close fist by Michaels. Referee's allowing it. And a backbreaker by Shawn Michaels takes down Stunning Steve, who desperately needs to make a tag to Flying Brian. Michaels makes a tag back in the ring, Jannetty. And Austin sweeps the leg of Jannetty. He needs to make a tag, fans. I don't know how much longer Austin has here, but no, a rocker dropper again! And we could again have new World Tag Team Champions! Hooks the leg and broken up by Flying Brian. Oh, wow, what? That's twice now the Rockers were in position to win this match. Now Jannetty on the top rope. He has Austin in an elbow drop from the top rope, but keep an eye on Flying Brian. Jannetty goes for the cover, broken up again by Flying Brian. What fast and furious action here for the World Tag Team Championship. Austin and Jannetty going at it. Shawn Michaels he's in trouble, he's hurt. And he's not in his corner where Jannetty can make a tag. And Austin drops Jannetty face first on the side of the ring. And that may be the opening the Hollywood Blondes are looking for. Austin going after Michaels. But Michaels getting the better of that exchange, and a drop kick by Jannetty takes care of Stunning Steve. Jannetty working the leg of Stunning Steve. The count is up to 6. They have to be careful again. 7. Jannetty back into the ring. And Jannetty going after Flying Brian, a wise part. but the count's up to 8. Jannetty has to break up this count by the referee. 9, and Austin makes it back into the ring. Well, I'm surprised Austin didn't take a count out loss there. Austin now. He's in trouble because Flying Brian's hurt on the outside. He can't make a tag. Austin now climbing the top rope. Has Jannetty in his sights. Could this be the knee off the top rope? It is! He nails it across the chest. Austin hooks a leg. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And the Hollywood Blondes have retained the World Tag Team Championship here at SummerSlam. What a match.
Here are your winners, and still wrestling and tag team champions, the
What a match, fans! The Tornado Tag Team match is next, as Sting and Lex Luger take on the Masters of the Powerbomb. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
The following contest is a Tornado Tag Team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 766 pounds, Vader and Psycho.
And welcome back to SummerSlam. The Masters of the Powerbomb making their way to the ring. And this match has definitely had some build to it. It was just a couple weeks ago, back on August 7th, when Sting wrestled Big Van Vader in a one-on-one match. In the middle of the match, Sid Vicious came to ringside. They attacked Sting 2-on-1, and Lex Luger made the save. And that was after Lex Luger faced off against Iron Mike Sharp, and Sid Vicious attacked Luger. And look at this. Sting and Luger making their way to the ring, matching attires. I like this, showing a bit of unity here. Sting and the total package Lex Luger.
Combined weight of 539 pounds.
All 4 men in this match, in my opinion, are world champion worthy. But because of the loaded roster, because of the way things have taken shape over the last few weeks, these 4 men find each other battling it out in a Tornado Tag Team match. After weeks of interference and weeks of beatdowns, we are here to go, and there's the bell. Sid Vicious working over Lex Luger as Vader throws Sting into the turnbuckle, and a big splash in the corner, and down goes Sting. In the very early going, Big Van Vader showing Sting, well, possibly who's in charge. As Vader dominating Sting in the early going, but Sting trying to mount a comeback as Sid Vicious working over. Oh, look, Vader just throws Sting to the outside. What does Vader have in store? He's lining up Sting. Kick to the midsection. He's setting him up for a powerbomb on the outside, into the ring, and down goes Sting. That is their fans. That is their name. They are the Masters of the Powerbomb for a reason. And Vader just powerbombs Sting on the edge of the ring. Inside the ring, Sid Vicious with a big leg drop to Lex Luger. I can't believe what we just saw. Vader is manhandling Sting on the outside. Sid with another leg drop, this time misses. Luger clothesline misses, and a belly-to-belly suplex on the floor by Vader on Sting. Look, I know this match just started. We are only a couple minutes into it. But it is fair to say that the Masters of the Powerbomb have dominated so far. Sid now has Luger in a bear hug. Luger trying to fight out of it with a series of elbows. Claps the hands. Breaks the hold as Vader only getting a count of 1 against Sting. Sting has not mounted much offense in this match, and now a bear hug by Luger. And Vader was there to break up that maneuver. And now Vader going after the total package Lex Luger. Has him up on his shoulders into a slam. And Sting catching Vader. The fans have risen. Sting now showing some offense. And Vader using his rear end for defense right there. Into the turnbuckle, no, into the ropes goes Vader. Almost taking out the referee, and look at the strength of Big Van Vader shoving away Sting, who was going for a crossbody. Luger's on the outside working over Sid, throwing him into the guardrail, shoulder first. And now Sting with a neck breaker on Big Van Vader in the ring. And Sting with a DDT on Vader in the ring. As Sid slams Luger on the side of the ring on the outside. Pandemonium here in this Tornado Tag Team match. Sting, Stinger Splash in the corner. Down goes Vader. Sting dragging Vader. Is he going to go for the pinfall? No, he's going to go for the Scorpion. But just as he does that, Sid comes back into the ring. Sting has Vader, turns him over, the Scorpion locked in. Luger trying to stop Sid from breaking up the maneuver. The referee's right there, asking Big Van Vader if he wants to tap out. And look at the strength of Vader powering out of the Scorpion death drop. Wow. Sting, though, staying on top of Vader with a Russian leg sweep and a series of right hands. And now Sid setting up Sting for a suplex. Has him up, no, a front suplex, and down goes Sting. Luger with an atomic drop on Sid. Sting and Vader on the outside. No countouts, of course, in this tornado tag. But there will be pinfalls or submissions in the ring. Now Luger working over Sid Vicious inside the ring as Vader throws Sting back in. All four men back in the ring. And a big clothesline by Luger takes down Sid Vicious. And now Sting working the leg of Big Van Vader. Nicely done on his part. He needs to wear down that big man because Big Van Vader has been nothing but offense in this match. Sting runs, charges clothesline in the corner into a bulldog, but no, Vader shoves Sting off. And a big clothesline nearly takes the head of Sting right off of his shoulders. And another clothesline takes down Luger. I don't know of a tag team that's more dominant than the Masters of the Powerbomb. But if there's any team that can match them for strength and power, it's Sting and Lex Luger. And when I say match, I don't mean evenly. I mean, they match up. Not, I would give the strength and power to the Masters of the Powerbomb. Now Sting going for the Scorpion on Sid Vicious in the ring. He has it locked in. The referee's asking if Sid wants to tap, and Vader with a drop kick breaks up that maneuver. And now Vader with a suplex on Sting. Down. No, that was more of a brain buster. Down goes Sting. And all four men on the outside now. Sting holding it back of his head. That's not a good sign. But Sting, ooh, with an elbow to the face by Sid. I'll tell you what, man. They are holding nothing back in this matchup. All four men giving it everything they have. And a big splash by Vader on Luger. Sid now has Sting, throws him back into the ring. Vader throws Luger into the ring. And we're right back to where we started. Sid misses a big boot. Sting moved out of the way, but does not move out of the way of those punches. As Sid rams the head of Sting into the mat. Goes for the cover on Sting. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Sting. And Vader now going for a Vader bomb on Luger. And he cannot, oh no, he blocks. Luger blocked it. Sid with a choke slam on Sting. Hooks the leg, referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Again by Sting. What a match this is. Sid now setting up Sting. Oh, it could be a power bomb. It could be a power bomb. He's up and down to the mat goes Sting. Sid hooks the leg. With the power slam on the outside. Luger can't bring up the pinfall. And the Masters of the power bomb have won. What a match that was.
Psycho and Vader.
What a match, fans. A Matter of Respect is coming up next as Dr. Death Steve Williams will take on Hulk Hogan. If Hulk Hogan loses, he will shake Dr. Death's hands. We'll be right back. And welcome back to SummerSlam as Dr. Death Steve Williams makes his way to the ring. This is a match I was looking forward to on this show.
Making his way to the ring from Norman, Oklahoma, weighing in at 286 pounds, Dr. Death Steve Williams.
Hulk Hogan made a comment in an interview with Mean Gene Okerlund the week after Dr. Death had defeated Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan said that Dr. Death Steve Williams got lucky, and I'm not used to losing. And he didn't know how to act. And he said he's been talking to somebody about his future and winning championships. And we're going to try and find out tonight who that is. As Real American blasting over the loudspeakers here. What? That's John Solbro!
From Venice Beach, California.
And that's Slick!
At 325 pounds.
Wait a second! Hulk Hogan has been talking to Slick! Hulk Hogan has a new manager! I don't believe it! I mean, to be perfectly honest, Hulk Hogan started coming out to Real American, and then the all-time best theme song of the entire world, Jive Soul Bro, started playing. Hulk Hogan was unstoppable before, but with Slick, he might just be, I don't know what the word is. This is a shocking event here at SummerSlam. As Slick managing Hulk Hogan. And I'm taking in Jive Soul Bro. I love that song. I'll tell you what, this is fun. There's the bell and away we go. And Hulk Hogan now showboating to the fans here in the crowd, and that gave Dr. Death a chance to get back to his feet. But keep your eyes on Slick at ringside as Dr. Death with a big clothesline takes down Hulk Hogan, and now Dr. Death back in control. Hogan takes over Dr. Death. And a big punch to the side of the neck. Hogan throws Dr. Death into the ropes. And a big elbow drop. Goes for the cover. Hogan on top. Referee counts one. And a kick out at one by Dr. Death. I still can't believe that Hulk Hogan is now being managed by Slick. So Slick was the man that Hulk Hogan was talking to. And Hogan goes for the cover again. Referee out of position. One. And a kick out at one by Williams. Hulk Hogan said he is not used to losing. But he was talking to somebody who's going to help get him back on the championship path. And I'll be honest with you, I thought maybe a tag team partner. Maybe Hogan was going to try and go for a tag team partner as he goes for the cover again. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Dr. Death. And yes, Dr. Death has been busted open. But Hulk Hogan is so confident that he's going to defeat Dr. Death Steve Williams here that he said if he loses, he will shake the hand of Dr. Death Steve Williams. And Dr. Death with a big clothesline takes over Hogan. That could be it. We could be seeing a handshake. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Hogan, barely. I mean, I gotta tell you, I want to see Hogan shake the hand of Dr. Death. As Dr. Death setting up Hulk Hogan, what's he have in store here? Oh, it was blocked by Hogan, whatever it was. Into the ropes goes Hogan. Oh, into the referee goes Hogan. And the Gorilla Press slam by Dr. Death, and down goes Hogan to the mat. I hope the referee's okay. Hulk Hogan's 302 pounds. Dr. Death, well, he comes in at 280, but he's 305 all day if I ever saw one. Now Dr. Death with a series of kicks to the head. And now Hogan rolls to the outside. Dr. Death follows suit. What a show this has been so far. We thank you so much for joining us here. Got about an hour and a half from front to back here tonight. For those of you just joining us, Jake the Snake Roberts defeated Cactus Jack in the no-holds-barred match. The Hollywood Blondes retained the World Tag Team Championship against the Rockers. And the Masters of the Powerbomb defeated Hulk Hogan and Sting. And dare I say they did so rather handedly. And yes, if you're just joining us, don't adjust your screen as Dr. Death goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and through a kick out of 2 by Hogan. That is Slick, the Doctor of Style at ringside, managing Hulk Hogan. He came out to the first few seconds of Real American, and then it went to the greatest theme song of all time, Jive Soul Bro. And a bow and overhead belly-to-belly suplex by Dr. Death takes down Hogan. And quite frankly, as cocky and arrogant as Hulk Hogan is, the fact that he said he would shake Dr. Death's hands, that has made me want to see that more than anything. If you've been watching my channel for a while now, you know that I'm no fan of Hogan. Never was and never will be. But I'm definitely rooting against him in this match. I want to see him shake the hand of Dr. Death Steve Williams. And Dr. Death has Hogan up in the Gorilla Press slam, and down to the mat again goes Hogan. And Dr. Death rubbing the head of Hogan into the mat. Elbow drop to the back of the neck. And Dr. Death in control. A back and forth match so far. And now Dr. Death with a bear hug. Can Hogan escape? Dr. Death has a bear hug locked in the middle of the ring. Can Hulk Hogan escape? It looks like Hogan is, with a series of elbows clapping the hands, and Hogan able to escape the bear hug. With Dr. Death wisely staying on top of the Hulkster, who again is being managed by Slick, giving orders to Hogan. He's warning Dr. Death. And Hogan caught Dr. Death. Look at that, Slick's advice came into play there. He told Hogan to watch out for Dr. Death. And Hogan heard him and blocked that top rope attack with a punch to the midsection. Now Hogan back in control. Throws Dr. Death into the ropes. And a meeting of the minds. And a big clothesline by Dr. Death. Hogan misses a clothesline. Back body drop by Dr. Death Steve Williams. And a spine buster by Dr. Death. He goes for the cover. Hogan's in trouble. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Hogan. What a match this is between these two big men. And Dr. Death setting up Hogan. But Hogan saw whatever maneuver Dr. Death had in mind coming and had it well scouted and blocked. Hey, let's give all the credit to Slick here as far as I'm concerned. Hogan throws Dr. Death into the ropes. And a shoulder block stuns Dr. Death, who has Hogan into a belly to... No, that was a slam, not a suplex. Dr. Death with a belly to back suplex. Up and over goes Hogan. Turns him around into a clothesline. He goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Hogan. And now Dr. Death setting up Hogan. What's he have in store here? No, again, Hogan blocks it. And a big axe handle takes down Dr. Death. Hogan setting up Dr. Death. What's he have in store here? A scoop slam. Could we see the leg drop? Off the ropes is Hogan. Here it comes. He drops the leg. Goes for the cover. Hogan's going to win. Hooks the leg. Referee counts 1, 2. And a kick out of 2 by Dr. Death. He kicked out of the leg drop. And Hogan wisely staying on top of Dr. Death's scoop slam. He's going for it again. Off the ropes. He drops the leg. And this time it has to be over. Hooks the leg. Referee was out of position. Counts 1, 2. And a kick out again by Dr. Death. I don't believe it. Dr. Death kicked out of 2 leg drops. And now, he runs into a clothesline. Dr. Death in trouble, rolls to the outside. He falls to the feet of Slick, Hulk Hogan's manager. And Hogan trying to fire up this crowd. Dr. Death back in the ring and clotheslined over the top rope by Hogan, who rolls out to the floor, follows him outside. And Hogan throwing Dr. Death up the entrance ramp. Look, I'm going to read into it. Hogan, the count's up to 3. Hogan wants to win this match by countout. I can tell you right now, because I know Hogan and Dr. Death chasing Hogan. And Hogan throws Dr. Death back into the ring. Maybe I was wrong, but look, Hulk Hogan nailed 2 leg drops. Let's call it what it is. And Dr. Death kicked out of both of them in a belly-to-back suplex. Up and over goes Hogan. And now Dr. Death picks up Hogan, has him up on his shoulders and drapes him across the top rope. The guillotine. Hogan hit 2 leg drops and Dr. Death kicked out. And ever since then, while Hogan's been in control for most of the time, you can tell that he doesn't know what he has to do to put away Dr. Death. And a beautiful maneuver by Dr. Death. He's firing up. Off the ropes. And a big splash, and Hogan moves out of the way. Had that well timed. And now a scoop slam. Here comes another leg drop. Hogan drops the leg again. That's the 3rd time. He hooks the leg. This has to be all. The referee is not counting. 1, 2, and 3. No! A kick out again. And Hogan can't believe it. And neither can I. What a match this is. And I'm sorry, win, lose, or draw, Dr. Death is kicked out of 3 Hulk Hogan leg drops. And what is Hogan untying that top turnbuckle? The referee didn't see it. She's counting out Dr. Death. But keep your eye on that exposed turnbuckle as Dr. Death climbs back into the ring. Hogan, he was going to throw Dr. Death into the turnbuckle, but Dr. Death with a slam. Down goes Hogan, but the referee is putting the turnbuckle pad back on. Dr. Death has Hogan pinned. Referee, turn around. Turn around, that she finally sees it. And oh man, what? That was a missed opportunity on the part of Dr. Death. Not his fault, that was the referee's fault. And Dr. Death drapes Hogan down again for a guillotine. Oh man, that could come back and haunt Dr. Death. He had Hogan pinned, and the referee was too busy putting back on the exposed turnbuckle that Hogan took off. And now Dr. Death with a bear hug in the ring, and Hogan with an elbow to the head, another elbow, and clapping his hands breaks a maneuver. And a axe handle takes down Dr. Death. Hogan I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to get the crowd riled up. And he's going to climb to the top rope, but Dr. Death is right there and catches Hogan. But Hogan comes down with a forearm anyway. Dr. Death, Hogan's getting hulked up. Hogan's getting hulked up. Dr. Death, no! Here it comes. A big right hand blocked. Hogan nailing Dr. Death off the ropes and misses with a big boot. Dr. Death had that well scouted, and the belly-to-belly suplex. Up and over goes Hogan. He hooks a leg. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Oh, I don't believe it. What a match this is. Back and forth. The respect match. If Hogan loses, he must shake the hand of Dr. Death. And quite frankly, I don't see Hogan losing here. Hogan has been on. He goes for the cover again. 1, 2, and no! A kick out of 2. What a match. What a match. Is Dr. Death now firing on Hogan? No, not again. Hogan is getting hulked up. I don't believe it. Come on, man. Blocked by Hogan. Another right hand. A third right hand. Into the ropes. Going for the big boot. Nails it this time. Off the ropes. And misses the leg drop. Thank you. Dr. Death moves out of the way. Here it comes. Belly to back suplex. Could it be that lariat clothesline? Spins him around. Takes his head off. Goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. Dr. Death wins the respect match, and Hulk Hogan has to shake his hand.
Winner, Dr. Death, Steve.
What a match this was! And I want to see Hogan do it. I want to see him shake his hand. Here he comes. Hogan Dr. Death offers his hand, and Hogan shakes it. Like, I respect that. I respect that. Hogan, a man of his word. And no, wait a second, an attack from behind. Oh, I should have known better. That good-for-nothing son of a bitch. Hogan talking over Dr. Death fans. The Silver Tunnel match is next. Don't go away.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the Wrestling Championship.
And fans, welcome back to SummerSlam. I don't know how I have a voice left after that last match. What a great match that was between Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Hulk Hogan, and I cannot believe, well, I should believe, that Hulk Hogan, with a sneak attack on Dr. Death, and I think that feud is far from over. And we are moving on to the Silver Championship now as the Macho Man Randy Savage makes his way to the ring. And it was the Macho Man Randy Savage who came to the aid of Hacksaw Jim Duggan when Stan Hansen was going to attack Duggan with a steel chair. And Savage made it personal because he knew what it was like to be taken out. He was taken out back in May by Big Van Vader, and shockingly, those two men have not been in the ring with each other since. But he knew that if Stan Hansen had taken out Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he knew what it would feel like to be on the sidelines for several weeks. But it's one thing to save Hacksaw Jim Duggan from an attack. It's another thing to beat this man, Stan Hansen, for the Wrestling Legends Alliance Silver Championship. This man's last defeat came at the hands of Barry Windham in the King of the Ring finals, and he has been on fire since. He has been perfect since. Hansen making his way into the ring. chewing tobacco down his face and chest. He don't care. I bet you Stan Hansen's the kind of guy that swallows that anyway. And that's what they're fighting for, the Silver Championship. Let's head to the ring announcer for the introduction.
Introducing the challenger from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 237 pounds, Macho Man Randy the Savage. And his opponent from Boulder, Texas, weighing in at 322 pounds, he is the wrestling champion, Stan Hansen.
The fans here in New York showing Stan Hansen whose side they're on. They're clearly on the side of the Macho Man Randy Savage. Having the fans on your side is a great thing, but Savage still needs to go through Stan Hansen, and that is a tall, tall task. Both wrestlers ready. And there's the bell, and away we go. Hansen throws Savage into the turnbuckle, runs, charges, clothesline in the corner. Down goes the Macho Man. And Stan Hansen starting off this match with a fury of offense. But Macho Man coming back with an elbow of his own. Shoved away by Hansen. And now Savage using his speed and a series of kicks to the head. Insiguri now throws Hansen into the turnbuckle. And a big right hand to the face of Stan Hansen. I don't know if Macho Man wants to go that route. I don't think you can out-brawl Stan Hansen. But if there's a man who could, it could be the Macho Man Randy Savage, who's having his way with Hansen in the corner. And Savage wisely going after the left arm of Stan Hansen. That's the arm that Hansen uses to hit the lariat with. So something to keep our eyes on as this match progresses. And Savage with a series of right hands to the side of the head of Stan Hansen, and the Macho Man in control. Throws Hansen into the ropes. Hip toss takes Hansen up and over. And the Macho Man's climbing to the top rope. Could it be the elbow? He has him lined up in an elbow to the back. That could be all. Savage rolls over Hansen. Could we have a new champion? 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Hansen. Not his typical elbow, which hits the elbow in the throat, but it was an elbow to the back, and Hansen is rocked. Savage runs, charges, knee in the corner. Down goes Hansen. Savage was really taking it to Hansen until Hansen hit a clothesline. Another clothesline, down goes Savage. And a power slam by Stan Hansen. Now Hansen showing signs of being in control. Open hand chop. Has a Macho Man up in a snap suplex. Up and over goes Savage. So the first part of this match was all Macho Man. Now Stan Hansen coming back, making it a match. And they're brawling on the outside floor. And Hansen is not somebody that you want to brawl with, but the Macho Man taking it to Hansen on the outside. And now Hansen working the leg of the Macho Man on the outside of the ring. And a figure 4 leg lock on the outside. Hansen can't win this match, but he can still inflict some damage to the Macho Man on the outside. The referee's count is up to 5. And Savage trying to turn over the figure 4 and does. But the damage to Savage's leg may be done. As Hansen with a kick to the midsection, a swinging neck breaker on the concrete floor. That has to be setting up the lariat. As Hansen has Savage and drops him head first into the side of the ring. The count is up to 8. Hansen could win this match by countout. 9. And Hansen's going to win it by countout. He's back into the ring. No, he slides back out. Maybe he wants to show a message to the Macho Man. Oh, and a code breaker on the outside. Hanson could have won this match by count-out, but I think Hanson wants to show Savage and send a message to the entire Wrestling Legends Alliance roster that he is he's a fighter. How about that? He's a fighter and a fighting champion. And now the count has started back up. Savage is in trouble, being picked up by Hanson. Savage trying to fight back a little bit here. Throws Hanson into the side of the rail. Wow. The ring post, excuse me, not the rail, the ring post. And now both men back into the ring. Savage with another hip toss takes over Hanson. Picks up Hanson for a scoop slam, and down to the mat goes Hanson. Could this be? No, he does. He goes for the cover. Referee's there. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Hanson. And now Savage climbing the top rope. Could this be the elbow drop? He has him lined up. The Macho Man leaps, and he nails the flying elbow. Hooks the leg. New champion. 1, 2, and now a kick out of 2 by Hanson. And Savage is coming up again. He has him lined up again. It's going to be back-to-back elbows, but this time, Hanson moves out of the way and a big boot to the face. Oh, Savage had his chance there. He hit the flying elbow, and Hanson kicked out at 2. He was going to hit it again, back-to-back, and Hanson saw it coming, and now Hanson working over the legs of the Macho Man. Hanson lining up Savage. There it is, the lariat! And Hanson's going to retain. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and now a kick out of 2 by Savage. Oh, man. The flying elbow Hanson kicked out of. The lariat Savage kicked out of. Who wants this more? Savage or Hanson? Hanson now lining up Savage. And oh, this time misses the lariat. And Savage coming back. Hanson in the corner. Savage runs knee to the face in the corner, and down goes Hanson. Oh, what a back and forth match this is here at SummerSlam. We still have our main event next for the world title when Dusty Rhodes defends against Terry Funk. Into the turnbuckle goes Savage, running clothesline by Hanson. And now Hanson with a good old-fashioned Greco-Roman choke in the corner. The referee counting to 5 before Hanson has to break it up. What a physical match this is. Both men kicking out of their opponent's finishing maneuvers. So it's really anybody's match right now. Hanson working over the arm of the Macho Man, drops an elbow across the chest, and that may have taken the wind out of the Macho Man. Oh, but Savage with a hip toss takes Hanson up and over, and Savage going back to work. Hanson fights back, Savage blocks it, and a big right hand. And a high knee lift by the Macho Man takes down Stan Hanson. And now Savage with a little bit of a revenge choke. Savage misses with a kick, and that gave Hanson a chance to make a comeback. And there's that beautiful head suplex. Up and over goes the Macho Man. Hanson lining up Savage. Could this be another lariat? This time he connects. He hooks the leg. Is Hanson going to retain? 1, 2, and 3. What a physical match that was between these two men. Hanson has retained.
Here is your winner, and still wrestling champion, Stan Hanson.
Fans, the world title's on the line next as the American Dream Dusty Rhodes defends against Terry Funk. Don't go away, we'll be back.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Wrestling Championship.
And there he is, Terry Funk, making his way to the ring. with his theme song, The Man with a Harmonica, from the movie Once Upon a Time in the West, a Charles Bronson classic from the late 60s. And as tough as Charles Bronson's character was in that movie, Terry Funk is just as tough in the ring, and he is looking to win the World Heavyweight Championship. But in order to do so, he's going to have to get through this man coming to the ring right now as the synthesizer pop blares over the loudspeakers as the American Dream Dusty Rhodes makes his way to the ring, as the fans rise and show their support to the World Heavyweight Champion. This is the first world title defense for the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. He did wrestle Bruiser Brody in a non-title match that Terry Funk made his presence felt during, playing mind games with the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. But this is the first time the championship will be on the line since Dusty Rhodes won it at Night 2 of the Great American Bash back on July 10th. Let's head to the ring for the introductions of the match.
Introducing the challenger from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 244 pounds, Terry Funky. And his opponent from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 273 pounds, he is the wrestling champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
And that is the Wrestling Legends Alliance World Heavyweight Championship. Terry Funk looking to make Dusty Rhodes' defenses one and done. Terry Funk issued the challenge to the American Dream Dusty Rhodes back on July 24th. And the following week, Dusty Rhodes accepted that challenge. And the match was signed. And a DDT by Rhodes right out of the gate. Misses a drop kick, and Funk, using his agility to get out of the way of more offense from Dusty Rhodes, and now Funk stomping away on Dusty Rhodes, and another running DDT, and down goes Funk. Maybe Dusty knows something I don't. He wants to scramble the brains of Terry Funk with those DDTs, and he later added on a headbutt there. Scoop slam by Rhodes takes down Terry Funk. Now, let's make no secret about the fact that Terry Funk is aligned with the Great Muta and Gary Hart. He asked Gary Hart not to accompany him at ringside for this match. He wants to win the world title on his own. And quite frankly, I'm shocked that Gary Hart obliged. As Dusty Rhodes with a backbreaker on the outside, the action has spilled to the outside of the ring, and a big splash by Dusty Rhodes, and Funk is in trouble. Funk with a kick to the midsection, and now Funk throwing Dusty into the guardrail, and rams him head first. Oh wow, the forehead of Dusty Rhodes bounced off of that guardrail, and Funk throws Rhodes into the guardrail again, and now Funk going to work with a series of right hands to the right eye of Dusty Rhodes. And he rams Dusty Rhodes' face into the mat. It worked 3 times, why not try a 4? He has to be careful of the count, it's up to 6. And Funk throws Rhodes back into the ring. Is that enough to put away the American Dream? He hooks the leg, referee counts 1, and a kick out at 1 by Rhodes. So that answer to that question is an emphatic no. It's not enough to put away Dusty Rhodes, but Terry Funk wisely staying on top of the American Dream. I thank you so much for joining us here, watching the video. I'm very proud of SummerSlam. And of course, I enjoy the live chat as we watch along. It has been a fun evening. And Dusty Rhodes has been busted open. What else is new? As Funk ramming the head of Dusty Rhodes into the ring. And Dusty Rhodes' forehead has been busted open. He rolls over Rhodes, goes for the cover. 1, and a kick out at 1 by Rhodes. But each pinfall attempt kick out exerts more energy for Dusty Rhodes. So Funk knows this. And he knows that if he can wear down Dusty Rhodes, the longer this match goes, the more it's going to favor Terry Funk. Funk with a fist on the head of Dusty Rhodes, lining him up. What's he have in store here? He's climbing the second turnbuckle. He leaps in an elbow drop across the throat. Goes for the cover. Is that enough? 1, and a kick out at 1 by Rhodes. With Rhodes trying to get some offense, but this match has been mostly Terry Funk in the early going. He has Rhodes and spikes him down with a power driver. He hooks the leg. Will we have a new champion? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Rhodes. And every time Dusty tries to get some offense, Funk beats him to the punch. And now he's using Dusty Rhodes' head as a weapon, ramming it into the top turnbuckle. Count it 10 times and down goes Rhodes. Funk rolls him over, goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Rhodes. Rhodes wisely rolls to the outside, but Funk is not giving him a chance to breathe and follows him outside. Both men. Oh, wait, Funk's grabbing the steel. That's going to be disqualification. If Funk connects, he's going to be disqualified, and Rhodes saw it coming, and a kick to the midsection, big boot to the face. I'm not sure why Terry Funk grabbed that steel step as a weapon. If he had used it, it would have been a disqualification. And maybe that's something that Gary Hart would have advised against had he been at ringside. But that is neither here nor there. They're battling on the outside, and Rhodes throws Funk back into the ring. He wants to win this match. Dusty Rhodes is a proud man. He's a proud champion, and he knows if he can defeat Terry Funk without controversy, that he can move on to his next challenger. As Funk with an inside cradle has Rhodes pinned. 1, 2, and throw a kick out at 2 by Rhodes. And Funk knows that if he doesn't win the title here, he may not get another opportunity. There's so many legends here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance that are worthy of a world title match. We just saw a huge victory tonight. 1-on-1 as Dr. Death defeated Hulk Hogan. Funk goes for the cover again, and a kick out at 1 by Rhodes. So there are title contenders up and down the pike here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. As Funk setting up Rhodes. What's he have in store here again? Could it be another pile driver? He's setting him up, and he drops Rhodes down to the mat. And that is not going to help the gash on the forehead of the American Dream. Funk goes for the cover. New champion crowns. 1, 2, and throw a kick out at 2 by Rhodes. Funk is climbing the top rope, and the fans have started a fight forever chant. Maybe down the road, guys, but not now. 2K23 is too much fun, and Funk walked into a big right hand by Dusty. Dusty now sets up Funk for a suplex. Rhodes has not mustered much offense in this matchup, but is able to hit a suplex on Terry Funk, and maybe the momentum is about to shift. Rhodes with a stomp to the face, another stomp caught by Funk, and a big right hand to the throat of Dusty Rhodes, and the schoolboy has Dusty pinned. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Rhodes. Man, I thought Dusty was going to have a chance to get back into this match. But Funk has turned the tables once again. Now a scoop slam by Dusty. And a forearm to the back. Dusty Rhodes now on the offense. Can he keep it going? He has Funk. He's setting up Funk for a pile driver. And spikes Funk down. Dusty now picking up Terry Funk and tossing him halfway across the ring into the corner. Funk, for the first time in this match, is in trouble. Rhodes has Funk right where he wants him, but he walks right into an elbow and another schoolboy, but Dusty makes it to the ropes. I gotta give Funk all the credit in the world. He has maintained much of the offense in this match. He is not giving Dusty a chance to settle in. He's not giving him a chance to muster much offense of his own, and therefore Dusty has to act more on the defensive. And now Funk setting up another pile driver, spikes Rhodes down again this time. He hooks a leg right away. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out of 2 and 7/8 by Dusty Rhodes. Funk now climbing the top rope. Could it be the moonsault? He has Rhodes lined up. He's gonna go for it. He leaps, and Rhodes moves out of the way. Rhodes had that maneuver well scouted. And this could be the opening that Dusty Rhodes is looking for. He jumps, he dives, and a big bionic elbow. Down goes Funk, he hooks a leg. Referee counts 1, 2, and no, a kick out of 2 by Funk this time. Rhodes hit that bionic, and now he's going for another pile driver. And Rhodes spikes Funk down to the mat. Funk landed with his feet close to the ropes. Now Dusty trying to drag Funk to the center of the ring. He's going to go for the cover, but that may have given Funk a chance to recover too. And no, a kick out again by Funk. And as I said, had he not landed near the ropes, Funk may have been pinned there. But the time it took Dusty to get Funk to the center of the ring may have cost Dusty this match. Scoop slam by Rhodes, down goes Funk, and Rhodes has now hit a little bit of a stride. Over the last few minutes, he has dominated with the offense. But Funk now making a comeback. Has it another inside cradle. Rhodes is in trouble. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Rhodes. Funk climbing that second turnbuckle, has Rhodes in his sights and hits a double axe handle. Funk is going. Could it be another pile driver? He's setting up Rhodes. This is the third pile driver he's hitting the match and spikes him down. Rhodes is in trouble. Funk goes for the cover, has his feet on the ropes for leverage. 2, and no! Somehow Rhodes kicked out, even with Funk's feet on the ropes. Hey, maybe Funk doesn't need Gary Hart after all. He can cheat enough on his own. Dusty now somehow back in control, allowing Funk to get back to his feet on the outside. And oh, look at the strength of Dusty Rhodes. Throwing in Terry Funk back into the ring the hard way. Picks up Funk in a suplex. Down goes Terry Funk. Dusty said that's it, but that woke up Terry Funk, who's swinging with lefts, rights, chops, misses. Dusty firing back with a clothesline. Funk misses a clothesline of his own, and a back body drop by Rhodes takes Funk over. And Funk walks right into a spine buster. Down goes Terry Funk. Rhodes hooks a leg. Will he retain? 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Funk. What a match this is for the Wrestling Legends Alliance World Heavyweight Championship. Thank you so much for spending part of your evening with us. It means the world to me, and thank you to those who are watching live. And an elbow drop missed by Dusty Rhodes. Funk had that well scouted. A boot to the throat. And now Funk firing back with lefts and rights. Has Rhodes reeling against the top rope. Funk throws Rhodes into the ropes. And a big elbow takes down the American Dream. clothesline by Funk. Another clothesline by Funk. Dusty going for the kick. Oh, and an Enziguri takes down Terry Funk. We'll chalk that up as moves we didn't expect to see from Dusty Rhodes' playbook. And a side slam, down goes Funk. Rhodes is back in control. And again, Dusty Rhodes tossing Terry Funk halfway across the ring and trying to get this crowd in. They've been standing the entire match. They have been cheering the action on here in our main event. Rhodes now has Funk up on his shoulders and slams him down to the mat in a submission maneuver. Locked in the center of the ring. But Dusty must not have had good hold of it and let him go. And now, I think Dusty's big boot to the face busted open Terry Funk. It did. Terry Funk has been busted open over his left eye. And that looks like a deep laceration from my vantage point. Funk thrown back in by Dusty Rhodes. Well, let's be mindful of the laceration over the left eye of Terry Funk. Both men in this match have been busted open. The forehead of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the left eye of Terry Funk as Dusty goes for the cover. 1, 2, no, a kick out at 1. I was ahead of myself there as Funk kicked out at 1, and a big boot to the head by Dusty Rhodes. And Dusty has found his momentum here. He's going for a pile driver, but Funk had that well scouted. Back body drop, got out of that maneuver, and now Funk back in control. Back and forth for the World Heavyweight Championship, our main event here at SummerSlam. Into the ropes goes Rhodes, and a big elbow by Funk. And now Rhodes climbing that top rope. Could it be the moonsault? He missed it the first time. Will he hit it this time? He does! He hits the moonsault. He hooks a leg. We're going to have a new champion. 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out at 2 and 7/8 by Dusty Rhodes. And Funk having words with the referee. He needs to focus on Dusty Rhodes. Oh, he misses a clothesline, hits the ropes, and bounces back. Rhodes goes for the cover. 1, 2, and throw. A kick out at 2 by Funk. A little bit of comedy in that match there. Funk missed the charging Dusty Rhodes, bounced off the ropes, and Dusty almost retained the title. And Funk now going for the cover again. 1, and a kick out at 1 by Rhodes. Funk with a series of lefts and a big chop. Another chop nails Rhodes. Throws Dusty into the... Oh, look at this. A lariat off the ropes. Down goes Rhodes. Funk goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Rhodes. Funk cannot believe it. He is beside himself, and he again is having words with the referee. Funk needs to pay attention to Dusty Rhodes, and I know he wanted Gary Hart to remain backstage, but this is those moments in this match where Gary Hart can instruct Terry Funk to not worry about the referee and stay on top of Dusty. Now he is in control, but those brief moments could give Dusty a chance to recover as he goes for a cover again, and a kick out again at 2 by Dusty Rhodes. And Funk again going into the referee. Stay on top of Dusty. Picks up Rhodes. Rhodes is light on his feet. He is in trouble. He is in danger of losing the world title in his first defense. But he's trying to mount a comeback. A big right hand stuns Funk. Oh, and a punch to the throat. The referee's letting this match go. Dusty with a punch to the throat now has Funk in a figure 4 leg lock. Can Terry Funk make it to the ropes? Can he break the maneuver? Or can he possibly turn over to reverse the figure 4 leg lock? The referee's there asking, but Funk reverses it. Now the pressure on the legs of Dusty Rhodes. And we are back to square one. These two men have fought tooth and nail. And they're fighting it out for the world title. An elbow by Dusty. He winds up, and another bionic elbow takes down Funk. He hooks a leg. Will he retain? 1, 2, and 3. What a match. Dusty Rhodes has retained the World Heavyweight Championship here at SummerSlam.
Here is your winner, and still wrestling
Fans, I had so much fun building this card, the matches, the weeks that led to SummerSlam, and I thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining in the live chat. Our next big event will be in September, date to be determined for Clash of the Champions. Until then, we will see you next week for Gotmark76 this week. Good night, everybody.